G'day guys, I'm Kwackajack and welcome back to another video. So, today we are going to take out this 2017 Harley-Davidson Dyna Fat Bob for a first ride review. Now, this is going to be the biggest bike I've ever ridden by a long shot. I've ridden a few bikes, but this definitely takes the cake. So before we go out, we'll just have a quick walk around and I'll tell you a few things about it first. First up is that big engine right there. That is a 1690cc air-cooled V-twin. Now, this does have the Stage 1 done to it, which means it's pumping out a little bit more power than the stock bike does. The stock bike pumps out around 80 horsepower and around 130 newton meters of torque. Now, the thing about that is that a lot of that torque is available really down low. I think it's around 3,500 revs. So it'll be really interesting to get on this bike and take it for a spin. This one will make a little bit more than that, as I said, because it's got that Stage 1 done on it. Other things to note is that it's got twin 320mm brakes up the front and a single disc at the back. It's also got a few accessories on it here, like this backrest and little side bag there. So without further ado, let's get on this bike and take it for a spin. Alright, sound check. Wow, man, I can feel the heat coming off that thing. Holy crap. I gotta be careful, I'm gonna burn my friggin' shoe. Does that rear brake do anything at all? Whoa, wait, okay. So I gotta get used to the turning. Right, okay, so I've been on the bike for about 5 minutes now. And first thing you notice straight away is the size. This is a big friggin' bike. Like I said, it weighs 320 kilograms wet, which is twice the weight of my little Ninja 400. So it's a big thing. And you feel it when you're not moving or you're going slow. But I'm going 60 now, you know, regular speeds, and it doesn't feel too bad, too heavy. Other thing that you notice straight away is the vibrations. I see my dad likes his bike so much now. It's a bit of a bum tickler. My feet, my hands, and my bum are getting a lot of vibrations, and that makes sense. Harleys are famous for that. On this particular model and most models of the time, they're all rubber mounted engines, which means they get a bit wobbly. And yeah, I can definitely feel it. I have to say, this seating position's quite strange for me. Coming from a sport bike sort of background, I'm not used to having my feet in front of me. I know that's what you sort of have on cruisers, but feet in front and hands like I'm ready to punch a corner. Looks like I'm ready for a fight, you know? Here we go. Oh, sheesh. Okay. Yeah, so it is a 1690cc bike. Man, it's quite comfortable. This seat's very, very good. Thank you. Oh my god, okay, yeah, when you're going slow you can definitely feel the friggin' size of this thing, holy crap. That's first. Where's neutral? There's neutral, right, okay, so neutral's a bit of a pain to find. Alright, let's talk about the gearbox and gears. They feel very, how do I put this nicely? Tractor-like. Every time, and that's not a bad thing either, every time I go to change a gear, I hear a nice, satisfying, big clunk. Clunk. It's not like a little, like I'd have on my Ninja. It's like a big thunk. And that sort of just sums up the whole bike, really. Okay, I'm in third gear. Peak torque is around 3,500 revs. So let's, here we go. Jesus! Yeah, she's definitely, okay. Yep. So, yeah, it's got power. My foot keeps sliding off that thing. I'm constantly wary of that. I'm hugging that breather. In terms of how it feels going around a corner, it doesn't do too bad. It's better than I thought it was going to be. I thought I'd really have to struggle, but it just sort of glides around them, really. Just like, oh yeah, corner. Punch it with my hand and flow around it with the bike. Except for when you get to roundabouts, then it's a little bit different. Clunk. It's kind of nice, that clunk. It's kind of reassuring. I know I'm in gear. Clunk. Because it's such a big engine, I don't really need to go above like 4th. I'm going 80 now, comfortably in 4th. It's only doing... Really? 2,200 revs. Wow. In terms of how it handles, it feels like I see the handlebars moving, but I don't see myself moving on the road. This seat is very, very comfortable. I have to praise it. It feels like a lounge chair, especially with the seating position I'm in too. If this foot wasn't keep trying to slip off, I'd actually feel like I was on a couch or something. It's very plush. What are these things for? Am I supposed to put my feet up here like this? That looks stupid. I'm not going to do that. When I'm moving as well, I don't seem to feel the heat as much. Going slow, or like at a stop, I felt like my leg was about to catch fire from the heat coming off this thing. But yeah, when I'm going now, it's fine. It is an air-cooled motor, but because it's so big, no wonder it generates so much heat, and you know, that's right next to your foot there. So I feel like if you were gonna be riding these things like often on the daily, I don't know, you better be careful with your boots. Maybe don't wear your best ones. You might melt them. Woo! Yes, that torque. I like it. In terms of dash, well, it's not really much of one. You've got a speedo. You've got a rev counter here. On this one, you do have a fuel gauge, thankfully. That's a nice touch. A lot of Harleys don't have those. Yeah, pretty basic, really. You do also have a gear indicator here if you choose to have the dash onto this option. You know, you can cycle through these modes. But the gear indicator disappears when you're like in second and first gear, so that's all I want it for. Like, I don't really need it when I'm riding like now. Clonk, clonk. Right, so I'm in first now. It's not telling me I'm in first. Now it is. As for brakes so far, look, the rear brake doesn't seem to be anything special at all. I was wondering if it was even connected when I first got on, because I would touch it and it just doesn't really do much. Front brakes feel not too bad. You know, they're usable. I suppose it is stopping a lot of weight. You definitely feel the torque when you pull the throttle, but the speed on this thing is weird. It doesn't feel like you're really going fast. It just sort of feels like you're moving in a lounge chair. Like, I just got to 80 and I couldn't even tell. Speed doesn't feel fast on this thing. It does pull a lot of heads though. I notice a lot of people looking at me. While I really do like the sound of this exhaust, I do think I'm going deaf in my right ear already. If you go back to a previous video, you'll see that I actually compared the exhaust noise of this bike to my own Ninja 400, and we measured how loud it was. And my bike with the Leo Vince straight pipe on it got up to, I think it was around 114 decibels. This one got up to 118. So it's pretty fucking loud. It's quite a staunch hand position too. I feel like I'm ready to throw hands at any moment. Like I'm going to be punching corners or other riders that look at me funny. Now I know why cruiser riders don't nod back or wave. It's because they're too busy looking staunch like this. Yeah. I feel manly. Wow. I feel that heat, man. That is insane. This is pumping in a lot of air too. I can actually feel it like sucking through when I'm riding, sucking air in. This is hot. This is hot. There is so much heat coming off this thing. Holy crap. Vibrating. Literally. Vibrating. I am your ruler. Below like 70 Ks, or 2,500 revs, you know, you're really feeling those vibrations. It's not a bad thing. You know, you definitely feel the motor and feel the engine. See, now I'm going 80, pretty much disappeared. Well, as soon as we come, yeah, there it is again. Yeah. A lot of noise, a little bit of movement. Okay, this will be a challenge coming around this roundabout. Let's do it. Okay, it doesn't just fall in. You kind of gotta fight it. Yeah, come on. There we go. Come on. Oh. Wow, that was not particularly pleasant. But I'm rewarded with this big straight, so... Woo! Yes, thanks. That torque is amazing. Look, it's not particularly fast, but it feels fucking good. Alright guys, well we might leave it there. Thanks for watching. This was just my initial first impressions, first ride review of the bike. And you know what, I'm not completely sold on it, I have to be honest. I do like the engine. That torque is intoxicating, but it's just such a big thing, big unit. You know, going around a roundabout like that was a mish. Very, very comfortable to sit in, even though my right foot keeps trying to slip off, and I'm constantly aware of it, and this thing's getting in my way all the time. The actual seat itself is definitely the comfiest seat I've ever had on a motorcycle. It sounds pretty bloody good. Maybe that's what makes it so intoxicating. But yeah, I got to spend a bit more time with it, get to know it a bit better, and I'll bring you guys a full review. What do you guys think of the bike? Are you a cruiser boy? I'm not sure if I could be full time. Would I mind taking this out every now and then? No, it's fun, but I don't think I could live with one. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do leave a like and comment what you reckon of the Harley-Davidson. Would you ever ride one? Do you have one? And how do you find it? It's a whole lot different to anything else I've ever ridden before. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and till next time, see ya!